Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna put on this side the first layer of my dots. I have to look up myself. I put a little bit of light on it, so it's visible, and I put you up closer. Come on, Facebook. Be happy with me this time. Come on. Yes, I think he's there. meanwhile my coffee. Today I'm gonna do one layer of the dots, because there will be more layers of different colors. Good morning, Tessa. Good morning, Angie. How are you, my love? Just popped in to say hello. In the meanwhile, I'm doing the washes. And Will is going to his father to bring him a herring. And to see how he is doing. With me, a little bit better. I'm only putting now a one layer of dots, so I can see where everything is going. So the dots can dry better before I put on the next layer. But it's a curious feeling, because you feel all the points, you can feel them. Yes, indeed. Last night I thought, what I'm seeing, there were dots all over. Bill says to me, "You are crazy." Yeah, bubbly feeling, indeed, because there is layer over layer over layer, and you feel the dots. Bill says to me, when you do this, I'll become crazy. So I said to him, no, it's very therapeutic to do that. He says, not for me. So I don't put my paint on the board now. So I get it out of the cap of the bottle. Yes, Braille. Yes, Braille for blind people, indeed. It looked like it. It's a different way for the challenge. To do Ian's tutorial this way. I think Ian shall say too, you are crazy with all those dots. That's a lot of work. With a big brush you can do it in 2 hours, 3 hours. And this way you're busy for days. Goedemorgen Francine. Yes, I think it's gonna be very different from all of the other paintings. And one day I did a dot painting, but with markers, and I put that in a map, and that was the girl with a squirrel on her hand, but that was on paper. And now it's with paint. So for me is this also a challenge to do it with paint. Good morning Tibata. 10 hours long. Yeah, I think it will be more than 10 hours. Because I think there will be 9 or 10 layers of dots on it. And I was thinking maybe I sent it to when it's ready, because this is not a thick canvas. It's the same what Ian used. And maybe I was thinking when it's done I sent it to him, but don't tell it, so it will be a surprise, and I can always make a new one for myself. Ah, have a nice drink, Angie, and has fun. Not a drink yet here, because it's early. It's only 10:30 in the morning. All right, 4:30. Strange, all those time difference. Dus when you are alive, you never know what time it is where other people are living. Okay, I will see that, Angie. Have a great day, Angie. Love you. I hope it isn't boring to see putting all the dots on it. No, it's not a brush. They used it for bergamo, and I have also bigger ones that I use, and they use them in a bakery shop to make flowers. I don't know how you call that in English, but over here we call it marzipan. And when they bake a cake and they put on the flowers, they use these sticks with the balls, and you can make petals of the flowers, and they put it on the cakes. But you have also these little ones, and they be used for nail art. So it ain't brushes, but there are only sticks in different sizes. In this one there are two, and these are these blue ones they use for pergamano, dus in the paper, so you can put in white like a white paper, and they roll over it, and the paper colors. So these are the things I use, and no brushes, because there goes. When you use your brushes. Yes, yesterday I did it with this kind of brushes, but there is a lot of loss of your paint in the brush. So I use this, and I had this big jaws of paint, and in the cap there is paint, so I put it in. Then you get a little blob on this little ball, and when you put your first time on it, the blob is bigger, and the next time you put it on, your blobs will be a little bit smaller. So that is what I use for this. And I'm doing a first layer of these dots now, so that I can see where everything goes. And this is from the tutorial from Ian, and I wrote out a challenge on the Ianapolis Art Network, so we can see how everyone do his challenge in his own way. And I wanted to do something very different. So this is the sunrise. So over here this part will be yellow, and then the orange and the red and the little clouds over here. Dus it will be layer over layer. Goedemorgen Yvonne. Ik spreek Engels omdat al mijn kijkers Engelstalig zijn. Zo, je zal wel denken, ze lult in het Engels. How is he? Yeah. Himself it's okay, but his mother not. Yes, he is waiting for a call from the hospital. So I'm very sad for him. But he will contact us as soon as he is up to it. And the best thing now we can do is leave him. And when the time is there, he will come online for us. He had a lot of things on his mind now. And the lovely thing of this, when you do this, for other people maybe it's boring, but for yourself it's very relaxing to do. And when it dries and you put your fingers over it, you feel all the dots. Yes, with me too, Tabata, really. I know what he is going through. And normally I do, when I do a painting or from him, and I posted it on my Facebook, normally I put his full name in it, so he will be tagged that his name is used, and that is something I don't do now. I only use his first name, because every time you put his full name in it, he get a message on the telephone, and that's not good now. Yes, do you find it amazing? Yes, it's something very different. And I think when it's when I'm finished it, I think I sent it to him. But when I sent it, it takes more than 3 weeks from the Netherlands to Australia before he gets it. And this pens, or how you call them, with the balls, when you have a painting with flowers or landscape, where in the grass are little flowers, you can use this balls also to get your flowers in the bushes or in the trees, and you don't have to use your pencil to do that. Your flowers are all even. So that's also a nice way to make flowers in your fields or what you are making. Yes, I think so too. Especially it's his tutorial. Only in another way. It is the scene of his tutorial, but I put my own thing in it. You can also use his tutorial in watercolor or oil painting. So you can use your own imagination how you do his tutorial. So that's why I set this challenge on Ianapolis, so we can see how everybody incorporates his own style, own colors, because not everyone has the same colors that he used. And so when you see all the paintings together, you can see a lot of difference in the way the people make his tutorial. And he liked it too, that I set that challenge. So I said to him, you can choose the picture we can do. So he chose this one. So a lot of people are now busy with the challenge. Yes, you can make it your own, and everybody has his own techniques. And I like to see that. In other groups where I am in, we also had challenges. We also had a 10-day challenge, but that is more abstract. Dus every day you get a new thing that you have to put on your canvas or in your art journal or whatever. There's one day they say put 3 colors on the background. So, but from the similar color, there's the blue, and you have to take 3 types of blue, and you make your background in it. And the next day they say make stripes or put something with a palette knife on your painting. Goedemorgen, Neeltje. So that are nice challenges. And so you can see the difference in everybody's way to incorporate colors or that kind of things. Goedemorgen Ellen. Ik ben in de stippelmode. Yes, why not? You can always try it. And there is, someone asked me, is there a time limit? Or I said, no, there is no time limit. The one can paint every day. The other one can paint once a week. So there is no time limit. And you can put in your own hours, what you will spend on it. So it will stay on the timeline. And there are people, they say from, yes, I can begin on it next week or the week after that. Not everybody has the same time to spend on painting. A lot of people are working. I paint every day, a few hours, because for me it's relaxing and I don't work. So I can spend more time to do it. And this is also a technique they used in the 18th century. There are a couple of well-known painters. They do it this way. With dots, or there are also painters, they will do it with only little stripes. I have made a girl and her face are only little stripes. So I try every technique. Goedemorgen Gerda. Yes, I spent a lot of time in my paintings too. It's not that my paintings are ready in 2 or 3 hours. No, I spend also a lot of time on my paintings. Because every time you think, no, I don't like that, you change it. So that costs a lot of time. Mevrouw Padhuis. Hi schat. Ja. Nee, maar dat hebben ze vanuit het ziekenhuis gedaan, hè? Nee, dat zit niet op Hoogvliet. Ik weet niet waar dat zit. Ja, weet ik dat. Maar dat had het ziekenhuis geregeld, dat bed. Ja, jij bedoelt dat bed waar ik toen met oog op met mijn knie. Nee, dat wordt dan door het ziekenhuis wordt dat geregeld. En dat zijn dan speciaal instanties die dat doen. Die verhuren bedden, looprekken en al dat soort dingen. Ja. Oeh, in het weekend is er niks open hoor. Vegro. Ja, maar dat zit op de Dordtse straatweg. Maar die zitten het weekend niet, hè. Alleen maar als als dat gedaan wordt vanuit het ziekenhuis. Want die hebben dan een speciaal nummer. Ja, dan moet ik even alles af gaan sluiten. Want, ja. Ja, maar ik denk dat je dat alleen maar kan doen via het ziekenhuis. Of via de huisarts, want die kan dat ook. Maar in ieder geval die verhuur van Vegro van materialen, die zit daar ergens, die heb altijd op de Dordtse straatweg gezeten, laat ik het zo zeggen. Daar waar Ma heb gezeten, een stukje verder. Oké, hoi. That was my husband. He asked me to look on the internet for a special bed for his father, but I said to him, yes, the only way you can do that is through the hospital or the doctor. It's Saturday, dus everything is closed. So, the first layer of green, so that can dry. And now I'm gonna put this in yellow, where the sun is, but this only the first layer I put on. Because when this is going from yellow to orange, I can put a little bit of red to my yellow and put the dots between the yellow, so you can see the change in the color. Yes, they're very lovely, but there must be more dots because when you see at the top side and a little bit of the mountain over here, there are 4 or 5 layers of dots, and this is only one layer, but it has to dry, otherwise they mixed up because it's wet. So now I have to do a little bit of orange. Yes. I had some orange. Over here. And when you want to mix the orange, dus from the yellow to the orange, now I put this orangey color and with a little bowl, because you want to get a special effect to it. You can use the little point, and you can do little dots between the orange, so it will float in each other. But that's very time consuming. Goedemorgen Paulien. And that's the same way with the orange. You can also use the little pin to let the orange with little dots in become in your yellow parts. otherwise you have your sun and the yellow stops and then you get the orange, but it has to incorporate with each other. And you can also do that with the yes, what is it, the reds to the clouds. And in the water you can do that even. Because when you leave it like this, it's one line. And you don't want to have one line, because you want to have it float from one color to the other color. Dus your little dots are incorporated with the larger dots, so you can see the difference. And you can make your orange a little bit lighter, so you can have different kinds of orange dots that I have done with the grays. I put a little bit of white in it, so you can have little different tones of your color. Ah, that's nice, Tabata. I love my stand, really. And they are only PVA tubes, white ones, smaller ones. I had only 2 in the house, so I use them. But you can use, when you get a square tablet, you can use at the background you can use wider ones for your big brushes, and in front of that you can use a little bit of smaller, and before that you can use very small pipes for your little brushes. Dus you can also use a square part. I was wondering how would you blend the colors? Now I blend it with the dots in each other. But that can you only do when it's dry. Because when it's very wet, it will be a mess. That's why I do layer by layer. Goedemorgen Beverly. Good morning. Yes, it's such a nice stand. And I was laying in bed and I was thinking, I had all those different sizes of jars where I put my pencils in and of my brushes in, and sometimes I was looking for a little brush and it was in the other drawer between the large one, and I was looking, and so I was thinking I can make something out of the PVA tubes. And I put some little wheels under it, so when I'm cleaning up my desk I can roll it away, so you don't have to carry it, you can roll it away door the little wheels. So that's why I put it on the side, and that the people who want to make it, they can see how I did it, or what I used. So I can let you see, I have a little bit of a blending brush. Now I have my orange and some white. So you can also make a different kind of orange, a little bit lighter. And you can use him again. And you put them between the darker ones. So you see in your orange a different kind of orange, and you lose all of your background. But because I don't want to see this back, this is only a gouache to put in where everything belongs. But you put on the dots over and over again, that you don't see anything of the background anymore. And sometimes the dot is very thick, so you can pick up a little bit of your paint and put it somewhere else. When I have done this, I will show you a little bit closer that you can see the different kind of tones into the orange. And when there is another layer above it, you don't see the background anymore. Then I can, when I've done this, I can look on on the internet if I can help my husband to find a corporation that can bring a bed and other supplies on a Saturday, but I don't think so, because that kind of people are closed on the Saturday. And now you have your a little bit of the orange left, and you put a little bit more white in it, so it become more and more lighter. You can use this color. Oh, I have to get my little one. So you can use this color in the yellow, because then you can see that it's become a hole. It's too so now it's on. I will show you it's closer, but there are coming more dots of a different kind. I will show you, then I'm going offline, so I will turn you. That's the outside. So now I can show you that you see there are the different kinds, and you see also the orange going, focus, the orange going into the yellow, and the yellow into the orange. And you see that over here, focus, come on, yes. So you see that over here too, there must be more dots, so you don't see the background anymore. Dus there is a lot of things to do yet. But I love to talk to you, and I hope I will see you the next time, Tabata. And there is my stand with all my jewels, and there are paint in these boxes, over here paint. The only thing I don't have in my stand are the big blending brushes. They are in big containers, because the wooden handles are so wide, so they don't fit in this. But your normal brushes are doing very good in that. So I hope to see you next time, darling. And have a nice day. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.